This is Jan 22nd, the time is 10 a.m. in the morning. I spent like last 3 days deliberating whether to like post this video or not, but I think I will. This Many of the things which I am saying in this video, I have never ever told to outside people. Only the things my husband and my dad knows about them, but I have never shared with other people for whatever reason. And also, like, I would like to say, this is not a video to brag, this is a video to inspire, because I think I have that capability to inspire other people. And I have never said this ever before. But if you are watching this video, you will know it. If you are the person who came to me for help in different areas of your life, be it relationship or career growth or business growth, and I have helped you, and you know that I have given everything to help you. And you and I have seen people like literally have such a good amazing results just based on my advice to them. I have people who started their business ground up, and the business which are flourishing extremely well. So, and I don't advertise any of me, I don't advertise people that what, I can help you. I just I genuinely want to help people. And one of the reasons why I want to do that is my dad is my favorite person in the world, and after my kids. And his idea of success for me is that he says that I should not focus on making my business bigger and bigger, earning more money for myself. His idea of my success is how can I help other people, or how can I make a difference in their lives, and he says doing that would give me much better satisfaction in life. And I when he used to tell me, I never understood that, but practicing that, I see I see a value in that. And sorry, I'm getting very emotional. There is no way I can say this thing too straight. Then again, I'm telling whatever I'm showing, this is not to brag, this is to inspire. And okay, I'll just tell a story about I think it is one of my greatest achievements. Though this is not something I have personally gained money wise or like that, but this has given me immense joy or pleasure in my life. uh, I in 2013, when I had my business in India, I was starting up my business. I didn't have my in-house production at that time. I was making these products which I was selling online on the marketplaces, and I used to outsource the stitching part. And during that time, I approached one of the organization which was near my home. It is called Nirman. You can Google it up, Nirman organization. And they used to train underprivileged families or people in vocational skills like stitching, beauty parlor, like that. So that they can start their own business, or they can employ themselves, or get a jobs in those fields. And they used to have this stitching course. And after teaching them, they used to take up projects from people like business owners like me, to finish up the stitching jobs. And and they were very eager to work. They were very hungry to have work. And I worked with them, and I gave them some prototype of my products. At that time, I was still deliberating what kind of a product I should be selling. I mean, I was already selling some products, but I was coming up with new products. And I made a lot of protocopies of at that time I was making this handmade laptop sleeves, iPad sleeves, with padding and everything in them. And they made that copies of, and handbags also, handmade handbags. And but for most part, it was the laptop sleeves and the iPad sleeves. And so like I gave them the design, I gave them the material, and they did a perfectly good job of making those. And they really and after they made those designs, in fact the funny thing is I ended up not pursuing those product. I made that prototype. For some reason I didn't see enough profit in selling those products, so I just scraped down the whole you know the whole product line. And but those people, the in the Nirmana organization, the organizers or the volunteers and their employees, they really liked my product, and they asked me, like, if I can help them in making these products, sourcing the material for them, like, designing those products for them. And I was more than happy to do it. I, like, personally went and shopped with them. I personally, like, shopped all the material, the fabric, the batting, and the color combinations. So I, like, designed everything for them, and they just went ahead and made those products. And they used to set up this stalls in IT companies and the fairs, and they started selling those products. And in fact, it was apparently became their best selling products, and for months together, uh, they sold those products. I heard at that time they were selling products worth rupees 1 lakh or more per month, which was a lot at that time. It was 2013. And they were always like, whenever I used to go to that organ, and like later, like I said, I had my own in-house, like, I had my own craftsmen and my own tailors who would make products for me. So I just stopped going to them. And I was, at that time I had like two small kids who were under like 3 years of age, and I have, like, this business, my employees. There was too many things going in my life, and I just stopped visiting them. And but occasionally I would, like, just go, and like they kind of became my friends. So once in a while I, especially when I used to go for a vacation to India also, I used to visit them. And the amount of love when I used to go there, they used to give me, is like, is, I can't describe it. Like, I was kind of like a celebrity there, and they were like so grateful for my, my contribution to them. And it was like, I mean, like, I've never I shared this with, anybody, but yeah, even I did amazing in those business. And but this thing is stuck to me to till this day. So, making a difference in other people's life. I had to pause for a while because I was getting very emotional. So whatever I am sharing in this video, the proof I am showing, again, I wanted to tell you, this is not to brag. I have been always raised my dad to, like, he has always raised me saying that we should be very modest about our blessings. It could be any kind of a blessing, just, our simple day-to-day happiness, or our money, or our careers, or whatever. We have to be, like, very modest about them. So in fact, many of my friends ask me, like, I go to this amazing places, I wear this amazing dresses. I mean, like, why don't you post the pictures, like, on a social media? Why are you not on Instagram? In fact, I came to Instagram very, very recently. So the reason I don't post is like, see, I've been raised with that idea of modesty, like being, being humble about our blessings. So it's very much ingrained in my mind. And I don't and also, like, I don't seek external validation. Like, I don't have to show to other people that I am successful, because all that matters is I should believe that I am successful. If I know that I am successful, and that's more than enough for me. I mean, like, the only opinion which matters in the whole world is my opinion about myself. So that's the reason I don't feel a need to, like, maybe like show off or anything. I just enjoy my life, or if I have time, I'll post some pictures. And in fact, I probably post 10% of the pictures of places I go to. I don't even post that. So anyway, so about this video, like when my son has asked me that question, doubting my capabilities, I was not hurt by his, like, doubting me. I was more hurt by this thing. If, like, They say it's not like there is the psychology theory. What we speak about other people, or how we describe them, or how we speak about them, it tells us about ourselves. We are like literally telling about ourselves. If we are praising other people, or like finding a good in them, it's just that that's how we are. Like, we are a good person, that's why we are finding those people. And if you find negative other people, there is a negativity inside us, and this is what we kind of like, try to show that they have the negativity. So I this is a very common, like, psychology thing which therapists, psychologists use. And I saw that, like, when he is doubting my capabilities, he will end up doubting his capabilities when he grew up. And you know what, quite frankly telling, I can't even like digest that fact. Like, I will feel, if my son underestimates himself in any area of a life, I have literally failed as a parent. I mean, this is my idea of, like, how I view it. And I trust that, like, to my kids, I can show them the possibilities which they can be. I can tell them what they can be. And I always like inspire them, I always push them to go for bigger things, because anything is possible. So yeah, without getting into like, further a big whatever discussion, I will start showing you my Fidelity account, the one which I showed to my son. The account, when I had showed it to my son, I had showed him in the morning, like when the market had started, Friday morning. And at that time, I was showing him the complete 1.5 month gains. I was not showing him that day gains. So, but by the end of this day, when he came from the like came back from the school, and I was just like, I was done with my work, I was just relaxing, then it just occurred to me, hey, maybe I should, because in the morning I gave my son, like, told these things in a very hurry. I wanted to, like, make him really sit with me, both of my kids with me, and like, show them, and like, tell what I wanted to tell. And at that time, I opened my Fidelity account. And due that one day, the gains of that one day, I mean, just this is like two of my accounts. Okay, like these are the two of the biggest accounts. So in these two accounts, the gain for like just one day, one Friday, it was $12,000. I mean, like, do you think it's a coincidence? If the things like my son doubts my capabilities and I make like that much of a money on our stock gains. And like I said, this doesn't even include our, like, active earnings, like our salaries and stuff. So I don't think that's a coincidence. It's like, I feel it's like, your mind, like, I so strongly wanted to prove to myself, and I feel I have created this. I mean, come on, what are the chances I do so well on one day and my son asks the same question and he doubts my capabilities? I mean, I know enough to. I don't believe in coincidences. Like, this is like, this was meant to happen. Like, this was, you can say, the God showing his capabilities to me. I think it is the universe way of showing to me. And I really believe it. I don't think, I don't remember having ever made this much of a gains in a day. So yeah, and I am very grateful to have experienced this. So once again, I would say these are paper gains. I haven't sold my stocks to realize the gains, because I believe I can even do better. And I am not sure if I can repeat this with other people, because it will happen to you if you want it to happen. This is, I mean, it sounds like some, I don't know, like self-help stuff, but it is true. And also, these gains are on a tax sheltered accounts, so that means I don't have to pay, like, for the taxes on the gains right now. And in fact, half of it are in a Roth account. That means I don't have to pay any money on taxes on it. I get to keep all of it. Guys, trust me, when I started this, I mean, look, okay, I had this idea that I'll do well, but this is this is happening, this is even surprising for me, or I don't know, I'm acting surprised. I don't know, but whatever. I'm seriously very grateful for this situation and for all the blessings in our life, my life. So this is one of the Fidelity brokerage accounts. So if you can see that today's gain is 3,282. This is a screenshot. I will take you live inside my profile. So here is the live, we are inside the portfolio, and you can see the same 3,282. That's again for the Friday, Jan 19th. And this is my second account. This is one of our main accounts, and I had to blur out few information here for the sake of our privacy and modesty. So you can see the gains over here. It is 8,488. So this is the first time and hopefully the last time I'm doing this. I feel all this is possible because I always believed in myself. I believed that I could do this. No matter how impossible it looked, I believe that I can achieve this, and that's the only reason I feel I have achieved this. Also, I wanted to put a disclaimer. This is not what I make every day. This was probably my best day. I'm not sure because I don't go and check my Fidelity account every day. Even if I have a good gains, I probably wouldn't know about it because, like, you know, I feel like when you're trying to lose weight and you go check your weight every day, it doesn't work like that. It just, like, you know, kind of you're doubting your own self. So I know that I can do well. So I feel I don't have to go and check my account every day. That's not necessary. And one more thing I would like to say is this hasn't happened recently in the last 2 years, but before that, you won't believe the number of the people who told me that I can't do it. Like, literally, I had gone to interviews. These are, like, you know, my friends. They had the businesses which I want to start. I went and asked them for their advice. And they asked me, like, you know, they literally told me that you can't do it because we have so many experience. We have been doing this for so many years. And in one such gathering, like, you know, it was I literally, after that, I cried. Like, you know, who are they to tell me, like, what I can or cannot do? If I give the power to other people to, you know, judge my life, I don't think, you know, they are to be blamed. I have to be blamed that I am actually, like, you know, listening to their opinions. And once I started, like, you know, taking that in my mind, I stopped listening to what other people said, what you know, they say that I can do. That's they can't decide. It's, you know, I who decide. And once that shift happened, I definitely saw results in that. I started doing better, and the most important thing is people stop saying that. Now nobody even says that to me. So, but I think I should not judge them because they were reflecting my doubt. I had doubts in myself and they were reflecting that. But once I stopped doubting myself, everybody else around me stopped doubting. So yeah, like I said, these are not everyday gains, not yet, but I know I'll be there soon. And this is a video which I am not only making for everybody, but this is for future myself also. If whenever I get doubt, whenever, like, you know, maybe I hear something from other people and, like, start doubting myself, or maybe, you know, develop a self-doubt, I will come and watch this segment, and then if I can do it once, I can do it many times. So I don't know, it's, yeah, I would say it's a kind of affirmation, and this is to inspire me and to inspire others. So thank you so much for watching.